Hey everyone, welcome back to Williamson Ridge Outdoors. Today we are out here at our Eastonmade 916 because I'm trying to get firewood split for not this year, but next year. And I actually think that I am split up enough to get through this winter, as long as the winter's not too awful bad, too awful cold. So everything that I'm working on from here out is pretty much next year's wood. And I'm hoping to get next year's and possibly even more split up this year. I've got a bunch of logs already laying on the ground where we had some property cleared. And while the dozer was in there pushing trees over and clearing out some areas, I was going in and actually sawing logs off of those and then separating them and then letting him just push the brush over the hill. And that worked out pretty good. That got me quite a bit of trees for this winter and been able to split up. Plus I've got some other trees that I've taken down here and there. And I've got some trees around that property clearing project that I'm going to saw down also, just to make sure that I don't have any problems with them trying to fall on my fence or anything. So I want to make sure they're out of the way, and if we have a big snow or ice storm, then I don't have to worry about them destroying my fence. So I've got a little bit of wood sitting here on the ground, and this is all pretty much ready to go, and I'm going to get it split up. Then I'm going to start going and getting some more logs and bringing in here and sawing up and getting those ready. It's been raining and everything's a little bit damp right now, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to run the tractor out through the field, but we'll see. I was hoping to bring the full logs down here to the wood yard, but I may end up using the Coyote, and it leaves a lot less footprint and I don't have to worry about tearing up the hayfield as much making trips. I just can't carry as much at one time with it. So I think I've decided to do this a little different way. Instead of bringing the logs down here and sawing them up here, it makes a pretty big mess. So I think I'm gonna just, where they're at out there in the field, you know, I'm gonna put the bucket on the Kubota M6060, and I'm gonna saw them up out there, and then that way it leaves that there. Plus, they're in an area where it needs to be sown with grass anyway, so having that mulch and stuff in there is not gonna hurt anything. In fact, it'd probably be good to build a little bit of, you know, organic matter for the soil, because there's nothing there. It was stripped away, it was bulldozed off, and you know, where we cleared that out, it pretty much left nothing. So these wood chips will probably just help that. So here's some of our logs that we've got to cut up. Now some of this, this front log right here, I'll probably save about a 10 or 12 foot section of this, because this is black walnut, and I don't want to saw pretty straight logs into firewood. But I may end up just doing that for firewood, but I'm for sure going to save this log right here, because this one right here is probably about 16 or 18 inches, maybe a little bit more than that. But it's fairly straight, other than right there on the end. It's kind of got a little dip in there, but man, this is a pretty good log right here. So I'm going to save that one probably for a saw log. So you can see what we fit in the bucket on the tractor. I'm going to take that down to the house, and then I'm going to come back up here and sort out some more of this, because I've got a couple cherry logs in here that I want to get those. It's always something that goes through my mind, because you know, I kind of have both ventures. I've got that little chainsaw mill, and I'm like, man, do I really want to waste that on firewood? But walnut's actually good firewood also. And so, you know, it's about as broad as it is long. Is it more trouble than what it's worth? So let's take this load back down to the house. We'll stack it up by the splitter, and then I'm going to come back out here and get some more. So there's another load in our bucket. This is kind of a mixture between that walnut and cherry, and which is both really good woods. I really like burning cherry myself. So there's our next bucket load. And there's not any camera tricks here. That is how much I can put in the bucket on this M6060 and haul it down to the house. So you can see the stack correspondence with the height of the tractor. So as you can see, I've only got a few pieces left here. This is actually the first year that I'm going to have year seasoned firewood. I think the most I've ever had before was like 3 or 4 months. So this year should be different. It should burn better, should burn more efficient. So I'm excited about actually trying that and seeing if it makes a difference in the way that the wood burns. So I'm only going 1.2 miles per hour. So like I say, it's kind of slow going here, but I can haul a pretty big load back to the wood yard way down there. Well, as you can see behind me, we got a pretty good little stack of firewood here. And, you know, I actually wanted to split a little bit more firewood today, but, you know, the way the weather and everything was doing, back and forth, rain and not rain, so I kind of thought, well, you know what, I'm going to just cut up what I can, get as much down here as possible, because if it continues to rain, then everything gets soft and muddy. And all this now is sitting on the concrete. So I now have all this stack of firewood to be ready to split. And I don't even have to get off the concrete for it. So I can do it whether it's wet and muddy, and it doesn't really matter. I've got my trailer staged, which it's about half full right now. But I'd say this load right here will fill that trailer up again at least once more, maybe 1.5 trailer loads. So stay tuned, because the next video is coming. We'll be running our Eastonmade 916. Not sure if I'm going to run the 4-way or the 6-way wedge on it, but some of this is actually sized good for a 6-way, but then some of it's actually too big and I'd have to resplit anyways, and you can resplit it cleaner with the 4-way wedge. This is going to make some really nice firewood though. This is some nice stuff, cherry and walnut. I mean, it's all good stuff. So thanks for following along today. If you enjoyed the video, I appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. Also, if you know anybody into firewood, make sure to share this video. And until next time, keep it outdoors, and we'll see you in the next one.